place right now. Call your place. Call your work place. Call your work place. Call your work place. Call your work place. Fuck you think I am? Call your work place. Right now. Bro, that's the exact money you have to give me. You think I never ordered food before? Dummy? You stupid? Call the workplace. Do something. I dare you. I dare you. I want you to. I will show you something. Fuck's wrong with this waste you. Don't look at me like you're crazy. You're not like that. I'll tell you that. Fuck, you're not like that. That's the exact thing. You have to give $20 is good? Like you think I'm a clown. Call your workplace, buddy. Fuck.
What's up? Call the work police. Call the work police. Call all the police. Call the school police. Call the mall police. Call the mall cops.
So explain the context of this, please.
That's a guy who's mad at his pizza delivery man.
Okay.
Because I don't know, the pizza guy was probably mad about him tipping him $3 or something.
Okay. Poor form. Poor form. Tipping $3. Was this a person confronting somebody in real life, or is this guy talking into his phone after the fact?
No, he's pointing the phone at the pizza man. The pizza man is looking not happy. He's just like, oh. So
yeah, you know. I'm glad I delivered food in like a pre-food delivery era. You know, because when now that it's everyone's getting every single meal that they ever eat delivered, they have 15 meals a week delivered with a $7 premium and then a $14 tip on top of it. Everyone it's so used to it. Whereas when I would deliver pizzas in college, people would look at me like I was a god.
Yeah, that was a special occasion. That was an event.
Yes, exactly. I would show up, and I was a savior.
Respect that you deserved.
I was an essential worker. God damn it! Yeah. I would show up. I was saving somebody's
the coveted
life.
Title of essential worker.
Person who has just downed an entire bottle of Goldschlager by himself and needs to have food, otherwise he's gonna die. You know, that was what I was I was a fucking frontline hero, baby. I was there. Before COVID, before everybody else, like nurses and, you know, fucking EMTs started trying to take all the credit. I was out there making a fucking difference in the world, god damn it. I guarantee you they're getting paid more than I was then. You know? This is my stand. This is my stand. This is my cause. I'm taking this stand right now. Fucking I've can you imagine what the world would have been like in my town if I wasn't there to bail people out in their worst moments? Fucking phone call away. Anyway, what's up, man?
Yeah, I don't know. I was chilling. I was talking about growing. I'm thinking a lot about growing plants. And
growing plants is like the opposite of getting food delivery. It's like anti-food delivery.
Yeah, it takes a really long time. It's not convenient. It's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And
it's like it's like there's like what are the tiers of food of like of getting sustenance with which to keep going. You can have food delivered to you. You can go to a fast food joint and get pre-made food. You can go to a grocery store and get food that you have to prepare, or you can fucking cut all of the middlemen out and just grow everything yourself. And
I mean,
wait
even
for
before that, you can just wander around in the forest and just collect a bunch of ramps and just boil those and just munch them.
Or just try random mushrooms that you see. Just pop them in your mouth. Go over like fruit, you know, like fruit that's just still on the bush. You know,
they're delicious and good for you, or you don't have to worry about eating anymore after that. So it really solves the problem.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's really pragmatic when you think about it. Everybody should be doing that.
Yeah, I'm in the stage of like, you know, with gardening, I'm in the stage of a hobby where you're like, you think you can ignore all the things people tell you to do. Because you're like, I'm just going to do it easy. I'm just going to do it easy way. So everyone's like, you know, when you plant seeds, they're like, get yourself a good potting mix. And I'm like,
okay.
How about this genius? How about dirt? How about you know that you can get that from the backyard? Like I'm gonna be so
Oh yeah.
wrong. It's not gonna fucking work at all. But I'm just like,
Yeah.
I bet they haven't thought of this. You know what? I bet they haven't thought of. I bet
What?
they
Why?
haven't
Why
thought
would I
of
go
fucking.
get dirt when I got a whole bunch of dirt I already own, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's like right back. It's right there. It's actually everywhere. Have you noticed,
Fucking
Buster?
yeah. What is that impulse to just not listen? Like why? Like why? Where does that come from? Like apparently that must be in some way biologically helpful to ignore people when they try to tell you things. When
Yeah.
people try to give you skills like easily, like there's like I have the same thing where I'm like, you know, like there were a bunch of times that I've like tried to get into like making music and I'm like fucking tutorials are stupid. Obviously it's just as simple as listening to the sounds and making it sound good.
Yeah, it comes from the
You know?
soul, dude.
Yeah,
Come on.
obviously like fucking trying to make it all technical. I'm not like one of those technical guys. And then I just spend way more time than I would have if I just
Yeah.
learned it correctly the first time. And I still do it. I still do it, now at you know nearly 30. I still just choose to ignore all of the resources at my disposal and instead fumble about like an asshole rather than taking an hour to learn something properly.
Yeah. Well, I guess you figure like, you know, uh, like if it doesn't matter as much to you, then you're just like, well, if something goes wrong, then I don't care, right? Or like,
Right. Yeah,
or
yes,
I'm
it is
gonna,
your
I'm
hobby
and also
investment
like
level.
you're, if you're like relatively, if you're not as experienced, you're like, I'm just gonna run into so many problems anyways. The shit I'm avoiding by going through all this minutia is, it doesn't even. It's just potato.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit my wall eventually anyway. And it turns out that my wall of caring, like the point of where I care less about actually learning the skill, just happens like immediately for some stuff like music. Never in my life will I ever be competent in music. I will never take the time to learn music even though I would love to be able to make music. um but anyway, that's all stupid. What else you got going on? You got anything going on outside of gardening?
Outside of plants,
What about your TV?
my TV. Oh, it's I haven't used it enough to know if it still just sort of shuts off. It did turn back on as soon as you left.
Oh,
It's
okay.
yeah. For backstory, Ethan and I were hanging out IRL, and
Can you believe it?
and we were watching the TV, and then it just stopped. And then we tried to power cycle it, and it wouldn't turn back on. It would come back on for a second, turn back off. I wonder if it got overheated or some shit.
Well, I
Crazy.
had that. Do you remember the TV in the garage would cut off sometimes, and it would just
Maybe.
like, yeah, there was a while there where like it was also a Vizio, and there was a period
Ah,
where it just would fucking cut off,
oh
and then
man.
my parents use that TV every single fucking day now, and it works just fine for them. So
Hmm.
maybe there's some
Broke it
environmental
in.
factor. Um, we attempted to watch Flash. I
Yeah.
mean, Jesus. I
I don't
mean,
know if
again,
we.
that's our second attempt that because we
The
hard
first one was
recorded that one the
barely an
first time.
attempt. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, which was right. That was the right move.
Oh yeah.
Because wow,
No, that's not. You can't watch.
that's
You can't
punish.
watch
That's
that.
punishing.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet Madam Web will be more enjoyable when that comes out.
Yes,
When
definitely.
that's available, home video.
And then we watched a little bit of the new season of the Zac Efron show, which
They
is
should call it the
hit or
Zac
miss.
Efron show.
Hit or
Yeah, I
miss.
mean it's like it's just sort of like really boring, and then sometimes they have him say some really silly things.
Yeah. Whenever the show reaches for anything, that's when it starts being pretty funny.
Yeah, it's because
Oh, and actually,
they're like they're trying to make him sound stupid, or he just has nothing to say. So he'll say these like tautologies. He'll be like, the so and so forest. It's a bunch of trees, and it's like, okay,
yeah, it's all like
he's
that
got so much
happened.
sass. Yeah,
It's
that
all
happened.
that happened humor, you know. Yeah. What else? What else going on?
We got this.
Uh,
We got this. I was hanging out with Steven, and he goes, this is so funny. He goes, hey man, I was thinking of coming over for the eclipse. We can hang out in your backyard and watch the eclipse. And I was like, don't you have like work? That's That's on a Monday. And he was like, what, you don't have the day off? And I was like, what?
Hell yes.
You have the day off for the eclipse? And he's like, you don't? It's a once in a lifetime event. And I was like, Steven, there was an eclipse like just in 2017. And he was like, no, there wasn't. And I was like, I
Big deal.
distinctly remember that there was. And
this one just coincidentally hits both of us. This one is like just perfectly lines up that it hits us perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd think that would happen more often because you got a big ball circling around. I don't know how it works, but
well, here's the thing: Steven's at the perfect place for that because they're gonna fucking take those kids outside to fucking look at the sun.
The kids don't have school.
Oh, it's a fuck. Wait, what?
There's no school in the entire area.
Oh wow, really? I thought this was a misunderstanding.
No. People have off work.
What?
My mom doesn't have off work, but she's working from home. These fucking retards actually think that there's going to be so many people flocking to Rochester, New York for an eclipse that it's going to be like hard to get places.
What the fuck? I live in like the path of like my cat's scratching at the door. Sorry, one second.
Cat emergency.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't scratching at the door. Okay, I'm losing my mind.
Just hearing things.
Yeah, I'm in the path of totality, and I'm in a very popular tourist destination area, and I'm not even. It hasn't even occurred to me that might happen. I mean, here it would be really funny when we're wrong, though. It's gonna be fucking hilarious.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but like, you'd think that if you were going to like some place for an eclipse, would you go into the city, or would you just find like a random park in the path of totality, just go there?
Like, look, go to a Hampton Inn that costs $50 somewhere on the highway that corresponds with the. Where's like, what are you gonna do? What you're like? Oh, I'm in Rochester, and also the eclipse is happening. It's like, yeah, fucking like. I'm gonna go get a garbage plate at Nick Tahoe's and look out the window. Like fucking like what is there to do? I'm gonna go visit the Xerox building.
Yep.
Well, that is
Eastman.
very, very funny. I did not think I thought that Steven had somehow had this misunderstanding that the day was going to be just off because there was an eclipse.
If he just if he thought it was like an apocalypse, like he thought it was like an actual significant human event, just because then you just assumed. Yeah.
That would have been fucking awesome. This is
Steven's not that dumb.
I know he's not. I'm like, oh my god.
I know, yeah.
He's just not checking.
That doesn't even. No, I don't need to check that. No, that's happening for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, buddy.
Well,
but then I was like, yeah, man, come over. We'll grill.
But dude, like based on where, oh yeah, absolutely, that's awesome. Based on where you guys are relative to this city, like.
I know, yeah.
There's none of you will not notice an extra person coming through at all.
I guess
he's
closer, like his school is like closer, I guess. He does live near the highway. I don't know.
But yeah, there's more traffic at the Panda Express near the highway. And there's gonna be lines out the door at Chick-fil-A. Like fucking well, that's very funny. I was just in New York City for work. I fucking unless if we feel like we've mined the whole eclipse thing for all it's worth right now.
I think so.
Okay. So I was informed I was like told to hold these dates last week for like Wednesday, Thursday, a month ago. And they're like, we'll get back to you. And I'm like, okay, great. So I have them marked on my calendar. And then Monday of last week, they finally get back to me and they're like, okay, can you actually leave tomorrow? Which was Tuesday. and I'm like, yeah, sure. So I flew to New Orleans on Tuesday, flew to New York City on Wednesday, and then Thursday just happened to correspond with the time that there were 4 presidents in New York City at once. There was Biden, Obama, and Clinton were all at Radio City Music Hall. And I was and then Trump was at a police funeral or something.
Oh, okay.
And I was filming at 30 Rock, which is on the same block as Radio City Music Hall. So
Yeah.
they had the entire area blocked off. I did not know this until the day before that this was happening. So it's like they just made it impossible to go in or out of like a 4-block radius. Like when we were trying to leave after the shoot, the police were just misleading us. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, you got to go over to 54th." And you get over to 54th, they're gonna be like, "No, you got to go back over to 56." And they just sent us in circles until eventually we just broke through the police line and left.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, still not a huge fan of New York City. Still don't really care for it. It's just like every time I go there, I'm just scared of the fact that there's so many people, and I'm not like
Yeah,
I'm not like I don't have
know.
what is it, agoraphobia? That's the fear of open spaces.
Pretty much. Yeah, I think so.
That's not me. That's not me. Like I don't have a fear of like I don't have any sort of claustrophobia or anything like that. But when you just it's a city that has existed relatively like in a kind of similar state for a very long time now. It's not like you go to Manhattan and it's like that much different than it was in like the 80s in terms of like the way that you navigate. They
Yeah.
have public transportation for a really long time. Everyone walks everywhere. But god damn it, there's no system behind how these fucking people walk. Like there's no, you're like if you were walking in a hallway, there's a system to how people walk through a hallway. People naturally sort of like align themselves on the right, or like you can feel the flow of traffic. New York City is just a shit show all the time. It is every man for himself, fucking crabs in a bucket. I gotta get where I'm going, get out of the way, like mayhem the entire time that you're there. And it's such a just a nervous experience for me.
Maybe it's something that you got to learn. Maybe
It's
they
possible.
maybe they understand something about it.
Or you just get desensitized. David, who lived there for a bit, said that it's just the Wild West. And that's just how it is all the time. But yeah, not crazy about New York City. But I was surprised that the food isn't actually that expensive now in New York City compared to the rest of the country.
Yeah, we kind of caught up to them.
Yeah, we did. And like I went into a pizza place and I got 2 slices of pizza and a soda for $7. That's a good ass fucking deal.
If they're decent sized slices, then yeah.
They were big, they were good. But you know what was fucking expensive is I went to a chain restaurant there on my way out because I was hungover on Friday, and because I met up with some friends that live there. We went out we had wine, and wine just makes me hungover automatically. And I woke up and I'm like, I need something greasy and fast, so I went to a Chick-fil-A. And it was $17 for Chick-fil-A. I got
it's like airport prices.
10 nuggets, a soda, and hash browns, and it was $17.
Ah.
Yeah, it was crazy, but yeah, that was a hell of a trip. Like just from Monday, not even knowing in the morning if I was gonna go do this shoot to you have to do the shoot a day earlier was a hell of an experience.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't really feel like going to New York.
My dad's never been before. My dad, who lived in New York his entire life, has never been to New York City. He's been to every province in Canada. He's been to every state, but he has not been to New York City. It's crazy.
Northwest Territories.
Yes.
Excellent.
Anyway, yeah. So that was my whirlwind adventure last week. Which I think pushed this a little bit, but I don't know. We didn't have to watch much for today, which made it a lot easier.
Yeah, it's like it's more than a movie, but yeah, it's basically like one long movie's worth of content.
Yeah. What is there anything else that really happened?
I guess I had some movies I watched.
Yes, please.
With Esteban. I suggested, you know what? We like Tom Cruise. We should probably just start going through all the Mission Impossibles now.
Oh.
So we both seen the first 2. So we watched MI3. It is good. That's did J.J. Abrams only do 1?
I believe that is the only J.J. Abrams one. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
we were like, why does it look like the contrast is just cranked? But it's good.
You got a
And then it
wife.
ends, and you're like, oh, did anything of consequence happen? I guess not. But it was like
You
good
got
the
a
whole
you
time, you know.
you got a wife. I'm gonna find her. I'm gonna fuck her.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make her come, and then I'm gonna come in front of you.
he, do- he does a lot with a little in that movie. Yeah, he's just like
Yeah.
he's an intimidating guy. He's like, he just kind of like, you know, he just looks like himself the whole time, and then he just starts throwing Tom Cruise around, just tossing him through mirrors and shit. Like, never changes the expression on his face one time.
I mean, really, all the Mission Impossible movies are pretty good. The worst one's one. I mean, like, once you get past one, they're all pretty damn good. Four is like where they really start to dial into the current formula.
Isn't four
Um,
like Brad Bird?
Yes, it is Brad Bird.
Oh fuck, that's gonna be. I'm pretty excited for that one then.
It's good. It's because it really it sets the stage. You get the rest of the cast. You know, like actually Simon Pegg's in 3, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right, so you got a lot of the cast there because you've got Luther. You have Luther's in 3.
Which one is he?
Hold on.
Is it Ving Rhames?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ving
I mean,
Rhames is Luther. So he's
I can barely remember. They didn't really introduce him, and he was acting like he's been in them. So I feel like he was even in earlier ones than that. I don't know.
I don't remember. I've known him my entire life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see Christopher Nolan talking about the Fast and the Furious movies?
No.
Christopher Nolan's a Fast and the Furious fan.
Yes.
And the further you get through the clip, the more fucking based it becomes. Where he's like, I would just start with Tokyo Drift.
Oh, I don't
Which
know
is-
though, because like watching those movies, knowing that you haven't reached Tokyo Drift yet, is a lot of the fun of it.
Yeah, I think.
But I
But
mean,
if you're,
I guess,
it's the one that's the most purely watchable as a standalone movie, I think.
oh, it's a standalone, sure, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like this is what these movies are. You might like actually it kind of becomes a totally different thing. I don't know. Maybe you're wrong, Christopher, but who am I to say?
Yeah,
I'm just happy that you like our little indie movies that we appreciate. This little known franchise that, you know, it's kind of a cult thing, I'd say. Really, I think that most people haven't heard of them.
Yeah. Christopher Nolan talks about Lucy 2013, 1 hour long clip.
So you guys did MI3. Do you guys do anything else?
Yeah, you suggested Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
How did you like that?
Holy fuck, dude. That might be like the least cynical movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The vibes coming off of that film are overwhelming in their purity. That was great.
There is that the one that has the sequence where they swap bodies with their
with the
dads?
cops with their dads.
Oh, or the cop. Yeah. Oh
Or no,
my
one
God.
of them is Ted's dad, and one of them is just another cop.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
dude,
Holy
yeah.
shit, that is so good.
Oh yeah, there are multiple line deliveries just in that scene that yeah, I've been thinking about. Just laughing
they're
to myself.
bang fucking on. It's like
Yeah.
it's I'm trying to think of what else is really good in that. They're playing games against is it the Grim Reaper? Or is it a demon? It's been a few years since I've seen it.
Oh yeah, they meet the Grim
Death?
Reaper,
Just-
or Death, yeah, same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're doing 80s games. They're doing Twister and stuff. But what makes it funny is that all the sets are so good, and all the effects are so good, and it's just putting them in that, all the hell sequences where they're going through their fears, and just they're in rooms with like weird fucked up geometry, and yeah, it's great.
I love the what is it, the evil robot versions of them. Yeah,
Yeah,
they've got
those guys are awesome.
evil
Just like
evil Bill and evil Ted.
they don't really like. They just like they just trash their apartment and like yeah. There's like there's one little bit where evil Bill like pops open a can of something, I don't know, like some snack, and he just throws them all into his forehead. It's so fucking funny.
It's a great movie. I think that people know Excellent Adventure more,
Oh yeah,
but I
for
think
sure.
Bogus Journey is a way better movie. Like I think it's
Yeah,
way funnier.
It's like yeah,
It's just
I
more
watched,
inventive.
I watched some clips of the first one. It's like yeah, Bogus Journey is like it's like faster, it's more well directed. It's just like it's got more you know,
It's fucking out there. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's the station alien character, like which
Oh,
is
dude.
not like nonsense.
It's insane. There's the montage of them driving in the van, and there's like this like arena rock song playing, and he's putting together the robots, and it's just like it's just his hands going nuts, you know, with different tools. And then it cuts back to him, and he's got like welding glasses on, and it's just this giant fucking hairy naked guy, this naked Martian guy. Oh, that was beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
a
I love
terrific movie.
And I love that they're, I mean, just like I know that, the guys who wrote it, it's their characters, but they understand their own characters so well. It's like, they never deviate from exactly what they have to be, the whole time. Like they have this harebrained scheme that they have to make good robot versions of them to beat the bad robot versions. And that's what they do, and it works. And then the robots are awesome and they dance. Fuck. Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think of what other. Jesus Christ. So I'm trying to see what other shit this director's done. They did
He did a bunch else.
Tom and Huck. Let's see. They did Garfield the movie. Let's go. Oh, yo, he did.
Can you like a horror movie, like a silly like compilation or like an anthology movie?
I'm not sure. He what I'm seeing here is Thunderpants,
Oh,
which
right.
is
Yeah, we were looking
with the
this up.
Rupert
It's
Grint
like,
movie.
Dude, we have to watch Thunderpants now.
probably fucking wax. Yes, got Stephen Fry and Paul Giamatti, Ned Beatty. How could you go wrong?
God damn, I didn't know Thunderpants was so star-studded.
$7 million budget. All went to Paul Giamatti, I'm sure. Let me check for my cat again. Fucking,
Oh,
I'm
is
gonna
he
do
there
it.
this time? Take your bets now. Oh God, Garfield. I forgot about all this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boy. You want to hear a haiku of rage? We were talking
Oh
about.
yeah, that's what we were. Yeah, I forgot.
This doesn't really even go anywhere. It was just we were talking about angry haikus earlier and how funny that'd be.
Yeah, we
'Cause it's
found
like-
because I was looking at gardening tips, and there was a section dedicated to haikus, and they were angry. Some of them were angry haikus, which I thought was very. It's there. There's a large chasm of what a haiku normally is, and an angry poem even by itself is, well, those are probably more common now, but angry haiku is wild.
I've got
What have you found?
this is a haiku of rage.
Oh wait, hold on. I need some. How about? Okay,
Yo.
please.
Murderous rage flows. I want to destroy his soul. Fuck off and die again.
Wow. That's so angry.
That's the angriest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's
I got some
fucking-
other ones. I got some other
Okay.
ones. All right. The foreplay of guns destroys families unknown. Cataclysmic reach. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. At war with Hamas. Chaos in the Holy Land. Jews persecuted.
I wanted to be at war with Hamas. I have too many chips, and I'm almost done with the bowl. Oh shit! I meant hummus.
Ooh, that probably fits.
That's almost there. Yeah. We could massage that a bit and get it there pretty easily.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I wake up in pain. My wrist. Can't even say this one. I wake up in pain. My wrists have shiny handcuffs. I am in jail.
He had to add shiny as an adjective to get to 7. Like, like what? Shiny handcuffs are. Wouldn't you want them to be digi?
Okay.
I don't know. Whatever.
All right. I work all the time. Never have time for myself. Wore out, unhappy.
Wow. Bummer.
I want to find one more.
Okay. Yeah, just a bunch of people reading this in front of like a bunch of nobles. Like a big hall.
Anger killed Abel. Or was it simply some greed? Even both, it seems.
Yoda did that one.
Yo! Oh, well, that was lovely.
Where'd
Thank
you get those?
That's just all over the internet. I was kind of just riffing
Multiple
as I was
sources.
going. Yeah. Well, that was a hell of a thing there. I don't know if I really got much else. Movie. I saw Dune 2. Saw Dune 2 in IMAX.
Damn.
It was fucking awesome.
Nice and loud.
It was nothing has ever been louder.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like oh
yeah, they keep the lady.
Yeah. Just anytime that somebody lifts a knife up, that plays. Yeah, it's like
It's just that like fraction of a note where she puts the grit into it, like the ha, like there's just a tiny that makes it funny. It would be like a normal movie theme if you didn't do that.
I made me want to run through a wall. I was so fucking amped up. Ready to wage a holy war.
Mm-hmm.
Send me to fucking, I don't care what side I'm in. Send me to Israel right now, and I'll jump that border. I'll fight for whoever have me. I'm ready to fucking kill some
This
motherfuckers.
movie had me ready to run off a cliff, thinking there was a bridge, and then looking down, and then falling when I looked down and realizing that there's no bridge.
That actually is not the amount of syllables you need to make a haiku.
Oh.
So maybe if you could shorten that a little bit, maybe we can get that working. This movie. This
Sandy movie.
This Sandy movie. It is about worms.
It's about worms and a dude.
What's
her name? Zendaya is gross. There, done. Easy.
I don't know what race people are anymore. I am no longer able to tell what race people are because people could be. I think that's the amount of syllables. People could be any race now, as it turns out.
Yeah.
I didn't know this until recently. You know, Solid Snake is supposed to be part Japanese.
That sounds right. I don't know.
Big Boss is supposed to be Japanese too.
Speaking of David Hayter, actually, let me put a bookmark in David Hayter. Talk about that in a second.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at the vibes. Look at the
See?
vibes.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on.
should we talk about this?
Yeah,
then?
we just talk about. We just talk about this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we wanted to watch something a little shorter because spring season is starting, but we thought we could get one more episode in before that. So we were looking at movies. There's been no anime movies. I mean, they make only like 2 anime movies now. They make
Yeah.
trying to be
Your Name.
your name, and it's also Makoto Shinkai. He's just done, I guess. You know, it's just, hey, good on him.
Yeah, you know what? He made the highest grossing movie of all time. Just do that again.
In this country. Yeah.
Yeah,
go for it, man. I'm not mad. And then
go ahead.
And then like G-rated, like Mirai, like we saw, and that's fine. Or like romance.
No, there's a third one. There's a third one too.
What else is there?
The third one
am I
is movie sequel to an anime that's been on TV for 7 years.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, not like a recap movie or like original or non-original. I'm talking about just like movies you can go see standalone that aren't like the 8th Demon Slayer movie or fucking whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Like the 90th Demon Slayer movie that came out. We almost watched a Dragon Ball movie for this. We almost watched Dragon Ball Superhero because you have not seen any Dragon Ball Beyond Z, right?
I remember watching. I think I watched the first episode of Dragon Ball Super. I think we watched that for a podcast.
Oh yeah, we probably did. Yeah.
And then I've seen some GT. I think I remember watching it in a hotel room. In like Scranton, Pennsylvania, one time.
Yeah. Good old hotel room watching. That was I remember that shit. I remember fucking we went to a doubleheader Boston Red Sox Orioles game in Camden Yards down in fucking in Baltimore, and between games there was a gap, so we went back to the hotel room and my cousin and I were watching some TV, and it was an episode of Code Lyoko, but it was like one of the romantic episodes.
Yes.
And I was super embarrassed to be watching the romantic episodes because both of our dads were in the room.
Yeah.
So it's like,
oh god, I'm pretty sure I had that exact same experience with Code Lyoko.
Well, it's because it's you don't realize how horny it is until you got adults in the room with
French, dude, or French.
Yeah. Heaven forbid.
Suddenly these bobbleheads start like trying to fuck each other, and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
My dad
Thank
just
Christ
sat down
Almighty.
right next to me. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not like they usually fight. Thank God it wasn't totally spies. That would have been real bad.
Yeah, and then when your mom walks in, someone says die or kill, and she's like, "What are you watching? Oh my God."
Why don't you watch Pokemon? Fucking anyway, hotel TV watching. How do we get to this? Oh, Dragon Ball. Yeah,
Dragon Ball. And yeah, so there's no movies anymore. I
want to round out this Dragon Ball thing real quick because I'm going to throw this out there to the 4 people to listen. Like, is there anything that sounds, because you've seen original Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. I have only ever seen the recap movie for the first part of Dragon Ball.
Okay.
The shitty Dragon Ball Z Broly movie from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Then most of the, if not all of the Super movies. That is all of the Dragon Ball I have ever seen. So between the 2 of us, we've got a lot of it. So I think we could patch together what's going on if we watch this movie.
Oh yeah, it's not going to be what's going
fun.
on. That's the issue. I just feel like those movies are just like, I mean, I guess I don't know for sure because I haven't seen them, but I was like I don't know if anything of consequence is going to happen, and I just feel like those characters are pretty, I don't know if anything's going to happen with those characters anymore. Like,
they're going to get purple hair this time.
Yeah, like it's going to be, they're going to have to be real strong and fight a guy. But, it's like, if it's not part of a larger storyline, then I don't know if there's going to be much to talk about with those.
Let me go have a piss real quick before we actually get into Macross here.
Okay. I gotta go get my cat. I gotta go piss. I gotta go piss on my cat. I gotta go have my cat take a piss. That would suck if you had to take your cat. What if you had a cat you had to hold its hand like a kid, like you had to hold its hand every time it peed because it was too nervous? Then it turned out it was just fucking with you the whole time. It's just like a weird power thing for it. I'd be so pissed off if my cat did that shit. I'd be like, I'm gonna make you do this now. I'm gonna make you stand in here while I pee. Every time I pee, I'm gonna take my cat into the bathroom, plop her right down next to me. Just make her watch. Just make her listen. You didn't have to watch. Just listen. Listen to the stream. I'm self-conscious about my stream power because one time I was at a party and I peed and I came out and people were laughing because my stream was very loud. Apparently you could hear it in the other room. And that's when I learned I guess you're not supposed to press as hard as you fucking can with your pee muscles to get it all out as fast as possible. I feel like that's the most efficient. I feel like that's the most biologically sensible way to do it.
You're talking about jerking off?
No. See, this is you need context. No, I was talking about peeing.
Oh, I usually use my dick.
No, I was saying that at one point in my life I was self-conscious about the power of my stream because one time I was at a party and I peed and I came out and people were like chuckling and I was like, "What?" And I think my mom said something to me about like how loud I peed. And that's when I learned that you're not supposed to
frying chicken in there.
You're not supposed to. That's a good old guy.
You piss loud as fuck.
Yeah. So I guess that's when I was like, oh, I guess you're not supposed to exert all the muscles necessary
to
get
it
out of you. It's poison. It's not good for you. You need it out.
Yeah, that's urea. It's fermenting in there.
Yeah.
If I don't do this soon, then it's gonna be able to fucking tank the paint off my car.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, I have recently in the last 5 years adopted the just go for it method, which is like if let's say I'm shitting in a public place, I am exerting 100% effort.
Oh, you have to.
Concern.
Yeah.
Just rip it, baby. Just let it go. Just shit your brains out. Whatever noises come out, that's somebody else's fucking problem, dude. I'm in a bathroom. I'm here to shit.
Yeah.
I'm not. What are we here to fucking play with our dicks? No, I'm here to fucking to poop, dog.
No one's gonna be like, some guy just farted real loud in the fucking McDonald's in the rest area bathroom. Like, no, you
get out of the stall, and then if somebody's washing their hands, you get up right next to them, wash your hands, and stare at them the entire time. Let them know that you're fucking business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear me do that?
What?
Pretty cool, huh?
What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
You're not man enough. You're not man enough to tell me that it pooped too loud.
I didn't hear you making any noises like that.
Yeah.
I didn't hear
you can't poop? What are you, non-poop?
Making any decibels?
You ever pee while driving?
No.
I have done it once, and
I just know
sucks.
It would end in disaster. I just don't think I could do it.
Well, but then you have to deal with the fact that you've got a piss cup. It's like you have to drive around knowing that you have a piss cup in the car with you that is probably still warm. And like you have to throw it out when you stop for gas or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just a full-on pull off the side of the highway, side of the road, pee there. Just like
if you have to, that's really the only. Yeah.
In Texas, we have the frontage road, so like every fucking back ass part of the state has like basically like a secluded road that you can just go onto immediately off the highway. That's perfect pissing territory right there. Anyway, you ready to talk about Macross?
We were like, let's watch another Macross because we were looking at OVAs. Because we've seen a couple of Macrosses, Macri. We watched Do You Remember Love, the movie?
Yes.
Which I think is a standalone movie. I don't think that's like recapping.
I thought it was a recap of part of the show, but maybe I'm wrong.
It's hard to keep track. It's been going on.
Do You Remember Love is an alternate telling of events from Super Dimension Fortress Macross.
Okay, so it is. I remember thinking it was basically its own thing. So, but it uses characters from the series. But yeah, that's a movie. We watched that. We watched another OVA. We watched Macross Zero. That's the one on the island. I do not remember anything about that one.
Jack shit.
nothing.
I remember that there was, I think there was a cute girl.
There was at least one cute girl, island girl. Yes, women. I remember there was some real rough CG, especially towards the end, because that was like 2003 or something. The Macross guy, Shoji Kawamori, he really likes CG.
Loves
He
it.
liked it even in the 90s, but he couldn't always use it all the time, which is nice. So this is a 4-episode OVA. This is Macross Plus, by the way. Did I say that yet? It's Macross Plus. 1994 to 95. Triangle Staff. That's the studio that was like, it was like former Madhouse guys, and they did Lane. They did this. Some other OVAs. It's the Macross guy, and the first directing credit, I think, for Mr. Shinichiro Watanabe.
Yes, you might have heard of him.
He might have, yes, a few years.
You might have
later.
seen one of the 2 good things that he's made. You might have seen. I know.
Some of his shows have good episodes.
Yeah, Space Dandy Erasure. It's like, I remember the first season of Space Dandy having some good stuff in it. And then
Yes, there's
I'm
some good
I
stuff
am
in Space Dandy.
I think while technically Cowboy Bebop's a better show than Samurai Champloo, I'm a Champloo guy. You know, like
that's fun.
yeah. And then he did what, Kids on the Slope, and then
Yep. I wasn't crazy about that one.
Caroline and Lady
Carol and Tuesday.
Carolyn on Tuesday.
Yep.
I don't know. That looked, I don't know. We watched the first episode of that, and I remember that being rough.
Yeah, no.
Quite rough.
Yeah. Remember what is it? Zankyo no Terror? Yeah.
Oh, he did that too.
Oh yeah.
I remember a lot of that show, and it's very, very boring. Very much. There are kids that were experiments that escaped from a facility.
Oh yeah. I need to add that to my list of things with that fucking backstory.
It is all of them. What is it? Promise Neverland? Is that?
Well, that tells you that up front, and that's the whole premise of the show, not just the backstory of the characters, but like fucking what was the Trigger show?
Kisniver? Is Kisniver that?
Kisniver is that. And then Trigger added the backstory for in Cyberpunk. They gave Lucy that backstory. And then you got like Flip Flappers, which was an amazing show, and then it gets bogged down in that shit. Man, oh man, it keeps showing up. Anyways, so yes, that's the, and then music by Yoko Kanno, famous music lady.
Yes, one of the, probably one of the more famous composers in anime. You know,
yep, definitely. And
she done video games too, right?
Probably. Yeah. Yeah, she's put in a lot of work, we were saying earlier. Video games.
Did a lot of Nobunaga's Ambition.
Ragnarok Online 2. Yeah, these are some weird, I don't know what games these are. This is not stuff I've heard of. Then again, it's like the 90s.
Yeah, she's putting out shit that came out on like Japanese PC hardware. Yeah. You know, like
oh yes.
Anyway,
8801. Card Captor Sakura. Oh, the theme song. Third opening theme song. Oh, that one's good. I knew it. I didn't know it.
Yeah, extremely talented. Extremely talented musician.
Yeah, and if you're doing Macross is about music and robots.
I forgot.
That's really.
I forgot that it was about music.
As far as I could tell, that's mostly what's connecting every different Macross series. You know, it's a weird. It's a weird thing. You know, it's like, 'cause it's like a series, but it doesn't. It's in the same universe, but it's kind of just like the things they all have in common is just that.
Well, so the apparently I was reading the Wikipedia page for Macross earlier, trying to remember anything,
Yeah.
and apparently that Macross was like kind of instrumental in the anime idol as an archetype becoming a
Oh,
thing.
yeah,
Like,
definitely.
and I didn't know that. I did not know that was what Macross did, and like, it kind of makes sense why it's still relevant, you know. But anyway, we can get back to Macross
Yeah, well,
Plus.
I mean, it was like, the 70s, right? So it was definitely, it would have to be influential in some way. Oh, 84. 85? Yeah, something like that. Still early. And oh yeah, so I was saying earlier, as I was doing my research for this, I saw that there were some dub shenanigans because there was an English dub. It was like Manga Entertainment or someone's
Yeah.
first dub, and for reasons that apparently no one knows and no one can explain, they did like totally different music and sound effects for the English dub for episode 4, and then later when like Bandai or whoever did like a official or like an international English dub, they fixed that, but they couldn't get all the voice cast back. So our main character, Isamu, what's his name? Isamu
Oh fuck.
Dyson. Isamu Dyson, voiced by Bryan Cranston, was replaced with David Hayter.
What?
Those two-
Wait, what the fuck? They swapped out Heisenberg for Snake?
Yeah, well, they weren't either yet, so
I
they're probably a
know.
bit cheaper.
Bryan Cranston walked off the set of Power Rangers and into the recording booth to do the fucking Macross stuff. That is crazy.
Oh yeah, he's in Power. Yeah, he did. He did. He used to do voice work. He did that. It makes sense. He has a good ass voice. So yeah.
Did you watch the dub?
I did not. No.
Oh, okay. One of us should have watched the dub.
I watched like 10 seconds and I was like, "Yep, that sounds like Bryan Cranston."
That's very funny. Hold on. Let me. You keep talking. I'm gonna listen to this dub.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if I can. I bet I can get us a comparison here between the two because I downloaded a copy.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
With each, I think it's both dubs. Let's see here.
You can get this a lot of places. This show or this OVA is seemingly still very, very popular, and I get why. The rip that I watched was like H.265, really nice looking, like just gorgeous fucking files. I was floored. It looked great. Okay.
I gotta find a clip of him talking here. Say something. Oh, how about this? Why is it so quiet?
Skill has nothing to do with this. It's going to take pure luck this time. Luck is one of my skills.
See, that was.
Why isn't Bryan Cranston? Because that's not what that character is at all.
Well, I mean, 90s dubbing. That's really
it's
quiet.
whoever they could get.
But okay, so this dub.
With a bunch of sat garbage. Skill has nothing to do with it.
Oh my god, they got a nerd. Oh, wait, hold on.
No, that was another guy. Okay, fine. I'll find a different clip where it's only him talking.
Yeah.
That's too confusing. The thing is, he doesn't say much in episode 4. It's mostly action. Maybe let's see. Maybe like. Oh.
Did you have any doubt?
Was that still Bryan Cranston? Wait, that shouldn't
That
be.
can't be Bryan Cranston.
Then is that David Hayter? I get maybe it is.
That sounds a little bit like David Hayter. Not doing the gravel.
You're alive? Was there ever any doubt?
Yeah, that's okay. That was. Wow, this is very confusing.
Yeah, they're just dude voice.
Yeah. All right. Well.
But
well,
yeah,
neither of us listened to the dub. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
yeah.
it's probably. Yeah, it's probably fine.
Sorry, I'm just spending my entire tax return on Gunpla. Getting just if you need me, I'll be ordering
what
$500 models.
What difficulty? What skill level? What's the highest like Gunpla?
1,000.
No,
Let's
I don't
see,
think it's a number. I think there's like difficulty.
Okay, there's original grade, high grade, real grade, master grade, perfect grade.
Oh yeah, master grade.
Perfect grade. Perfect grade unleashed.
European perfect grade.
Mega size. I'm gonna see how much it costs for the Gunpla Unleashed.
Get a
Perfect.
one
I'm sorry,
half
perfect grade.
scale model.
Macross. This is what are our units in this? We've got
Oh, what are they even called? I don't know.
they're like YF-19 Excalibur.
Oh right, yeah, yeah.
Only $250. I mean, that's really.
Yeah, unopened.
Wait, is that the right grade though? Hold on. I don't know. I'll get into this later.
Yeah,
But
just give us an update.
yeah, I'll
Start your
post
own,
it on my Twitter.
Yeah,
I'm gonna convert my Twitter into
new
a
spin-off
Gunpla
podcast
Twitter.
where you talk about just shopping for Gunpla, not even building.
But no,
Just like
no, it's gonna be
speculating and talking about
I've been-
speculating, talking about buying it for collecting, for for investment purposes, but never actually doing it.
no. I'm in for pure reasons. I'm like that looks like it'd be cool to own.
Yeah,
You know,
I
I'm
like
like
this.
yeah,
I
that
hope
would
the
be a
guy- I
nice
hope
thing
the
to
guy
buy.
who's selling it. I hope it finds a good home.
Yeah, I like to go on the eBay listings and put some fake bids in just to give the other person who gets it the thrill. You know, just to give
And
them
then
the
person
rush.
selling gets a nice deal, and everybody wins at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm a facilitator. I'm a gunpla cuck. I like the idea that other people are going to be building these things. I get satisfaction from knowing that other people are currently enjoying my hobbies. Macross Plus.
Macross Plus. Yes, it's dedicated to all pioneers. I saw
That's
that.
us.
I saw that at the beginning. I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And then the show, it's not really about that at all. That has nothing to do with. I don't understand what that means.
Well, there's a lot of people in the show that are pioneering shit.
Kind of, I guess.
You got people who are on the cutting edge of AI. You got people who are pushing the limits of what humans can do.
It makes it seem like it's gonna be a show about exploration, or like it's not even in space almost any of it.
Yeah, it's an odd word to choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the first thing you notice when you start
Oh,
watching,
my power might be going out.
oh,
Hold on.
Oh, find it.
I'm here.
Get back on
All right.
your phone.
Power's still good. Power's still
Excellent.
good. Okay.
So you flip this OVA on, and the first thing you notice is it looks so fucking goddamned good. Holy
It's crazy.
shit. Holy
It's crazy.
fucking shit, dude. Oh,
Yeah.
This
It's drooling. The entire thing you're drooling.
This thing, I gotta say, it hit the spot, is what I kept thinking. This hit the fucking spot, buddy. Ooh.
I just had a big ass grin on my face because today was like the most perfect day. It was like it was like 72 degrees with a light breeze outside, and I had gone for a nice long run, and I was sitting down and watching it. I was on my couch, and I'm like, oh baby.
Yeah,
You're like-
I was watching this first episode, just going,
Yeah.
just tilting my head back, going, oh. And then and then there'd be another frame, and I'd be like, oh, God.
Because there's the opening sequence, which is like them. It's like a there's an initial sequence. Okay, so there's
This
two.
is sort of the
right?
flashback, like super moody, wind on a grassy cliff sequence, with the lady singing.
Which is money.
Yeah, and just and the style is just like it's what people think when you think 90s anime. It's like what people put in their fucking vaporwave.
I can't believe this is fucking real. I can't believe this because it's like because I feel like I should know every single frame of this show, but this OVA. But the thing is like what do you even pick out? It's like where do you even look? It all looks so good. You can't just like pick one thing from it and be like, this is the crazy sequence from Macross Plus. I think towards the end it's when it really starts to amp up, but like look at the colors. Like, look
I
at the
know.
color palette
It
in
always looks like yeah, like like aside from like maybe some far away shots, like everything looks exactly up to the same level. There's no like dips in quality or like anything the entire time. It's 100% fucking money consistent.
and it has like so we're gonna get to this, of course, but it has some of the most lush color palettes I've ever
Yeah.
seen in an anime. Specifically when they have these sequences that are like people flying on an Earth-like planet, or Earth in a certain case, but Earth-like planet, and
Hmm.
it's the blue sky. It's not just a blue sky. It is a blue sky with a gradient from basically like navy, like deep dark navy, all the way to like a baby blue. And it's
Hmm.
got like almost like when when you watch Top Gun and they have like they used really heavy grad NDs on that movie, so it basically is a filter you put in front of the lens, so it darkens part of the frame, so you get more color and less exposure in that area.
Hmm.
It's like they did that to the frames in this show. It's wild.
Yeah, yeah, that and just the designs of everything, the environments, uh, and it reminded me of one thing I do remember about Do You Remember Love is that there was just like it would just pan over this insane like you know like background painting of this impossibly like complex machine or robot or whatever, and I remember there being a lot of that, and it does a lot of that. There's like all the interior environments are like there's always all this shit like there's always like fish tanks with fish swimming around
Yeah.
and there's weird colors and there's if they zoom in on any object it's got like all these crazy details. There'll be like a circuit board and it'll be like glowing and transparent and shit. um
This
yeah.
is like one of those shows where it makes you realize why vehicle designer is a position on an anime
Oh,
staff.
they drew the
You know, but
fuck out of these goddamn jets, buddy. I mean, I don't even know. Like, they're spinning around. Like, it'll go on for 5 seconds in one single continuous cut. It'll just be spinning around, and like you can see like where the drag like catches the forward swept wings because it like slows down a little. It's crazy.
yeah, I mean it's just one of the most detailed things I've ever watched. And not in like a like how do I say this? If you put it up against something like Akira,
Hmm.
Akira is going to have more animation in it, period. But
Well, yeah.
this is something that's almost like a different thing altogether. This is like recognizable as being an anime like any other, just so much more lush, so much more care, so much effort in all of it. It still feels like an OVA, but just without they didn't take any breaks. There's no wasted frames in here. There's no like you go out to a wide shot and somebody is just a smiley face on a head, you know. And also like the world is so richly designed. Like when they go to a bar, they don't go to just a bar. They go to a bar that is like a tropical dinosaur themed
Oh
bar.
yeah, God, yeah. It's like this crazy like fucking rainforest cafe like indoor. Yeah, with all this shit on the walls and
Ugh.
like they didn't just go and
Anyway,
take a picture of some place and just like or maybe they did. Maybe they had insane hangout spots in Japan in the mid '90s, but it's like it's everything's designed to shit.
yep. Yep.
So yeah, and uh and it's also lots of missile salvos, so many missile salvos. It's I'm not a huge fan of like these insanely fast fights where it's just there's so much happening and it's kind of well, they'll just like dodge a billion missiles in kind of one single motion, but
Yeah.
they sure did draw it. Holy moly! So our main character, as I said, was is Isamu, and he gets demoted here at the beginning, and he gets he becomes a test pilot, and he is he's fine with it. He's cool with it because he's a hothead and he just likes to fly. He's characterized very well, I think, in these first couple episodes. He's simple. You understand him pretty quickly. He's a simple guy.
This is also, there's so many similarities between this and the plot of Top Gun Maverick. It's like I was shocked for how many beats. I wonder if they saw this bitch because there's so many beats taken from it. But anyway, go on.
Yeah. So the plot here is we got two guys, and they're both they're competing for like a military contract, right? Which is the thing that happens in real life. With their like two companies, and they both have their own next generation jet mech thing or whatever. But the other one, the one that's not Isamu, is brain powered by his childhood friend, which I think we learned later, a guy with the least the least aesthetically pleasing sounding name, like the least feel good to say name of all time. Hold on, let me get this correct here. His name is Gold Goa Bowman.
You can't randomly generate that name. Like you did, like GULD.
If you randomly generated it, you'd be like, nope, that can't. Nope, skip. You wouldn't even think about it. You'd be like,
No fantasy author has ever even approached gold.
And then the alliteration on Gold Goa, and then what's it called? Like repeating the vowel sound on Goa Bowman. It's fucking crazy. I was just calling him Gub the whole time, or Gilb or Gold or whatever.
Well, his friends call him GGB.
His name
but
that's yep.
Gold.
Great.
Great
Gray Venus. That's what they call him.
Isamu, Alva, Dyson, and Gold Goa Bowman.
Gold Goa Bowman.
And then they've got their final friend who has also a dumb name, Myung Fang Lone.
Yes. Well, that's just a Chinese lady's name. Don't be
Lone
rude.
is not a Chinese lady's name.
Oh, maybe that part. I feel like Myung could be.
Myung Fang that sounds pretty bad, but anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, they got bad names, but they're good fighter pilots. So
they're good pilots, yes. But yeah, Isamu is much more of a, just do it yourself guy. So he doesn't like robots and stuff. And Bowman, because he's doing mind piloting. He needs like future drugs or something. He's got shaky hands, But Isamu also, he's a ladies' man, so he goes on a motorcycle date this first episode. They go.
That's a Top Gun. We did a Top Gun here.
Motorcycle, yeah, yep. But I mean, that's from the first Top Gun, so there maybe mutual borrowing here.
This is the perfect intersection point between Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick. This is the missing link.
Yep. And we learn about Sharon Apple. These names are not very good. The names might be the worst part. Sharon Apple, because it's Macross. We need idols.
If you were in 1995, it would be a pretty good idea to buy some shares in Apple. That's for sure. That would pay dividends.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. Wisdom. Ethan Wisdom.
Myung Fang Lone say, and wise man Bay many share in Apple.
Man who run in front of car tired, but man who run in back of car exhausted.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh, Solid Snake, you need to save game. Oh. Yeah, Sharon Apple. And this is where I was like, I was kind of teetering on, I was torn on, whether, like, because it's Macross, because so we have to have this, but it was going so well that I was like, do we have to be Macross? You know, like can't like, you know, because I was enjoying the robot, you know, stuff so much, which I normally enjoyed enough, but I was enjoying this particularly much. But Sharon, she's like HAL 9000. She's like a robot. She's like a box with a red eye, but she walks around. And of course, all the music is there's so many varieties of music. Is another thing that's crazy about this is that you, in a good way, but you jump around through so many goddamn different styles of music, from like regular, you know, orchestral stuff to like there's a lot of crazy, you know, trancey 90s Enya style stuff. There's like jungly things going on.
It really is all over the place.
Oh yeah.
It's
most of
because
it's good though. Good as hell.
So are we talking about the concert here then? We're just going right into it.
Is this what it does, the concert?
Well, we've got people screaming, "We love Sharon, we love Sharon," which I thought was pretty funny. So we get this sequence where the AI is doing a concert, and it's not just like a Hatsune Miku style. Like there's like a AI, you know, like a hologram performer at the front of the stage, you know, like on stage.
Oh yeah, the concert's in episode 2.
Okay, yeah. Do we feel like do we need to cover?
Well, yeah.
One,
So like the the way, you know, it just, and even just like leading up to this, all like there's all these crazy visuals of just like stuff, just stuff going on, and there's this weird music to accompany it. It's super moody. It's great. And then this concert, because they're like, you know, it's like this is an AI pop star, and we got this weird music, so it's less of a concert and more of like a barrage of insane psychedelic visions.
It's pretty awesome.
It's so fucking awesome, and I like that they just kind of leave it up to you to like, you know, like conclude that this is basically just like some sort of weird telepathic like experience, like being beamed into you because it's the future.
Yes.
So but you're literally just like, it's like a, you know, you're just jumping into like into an ayahuasca trip. You just happen to be in a concert. I don't know why you need to go to a concert venue. But
maybe they got to have the appropriate audio facilities. Maybe it's got to be really fucking loud.
Yeah, you still need good amps. But yeah, the way they convey that is very well done, and I don't know if I've ever seen anything like it.
Well, there's even just the AI arriving at the stadium to adoring fans is ominous as fuck. Because the world like really slows weird. Down. The world slows down, and fans are like trying to paw at the I guess it's just like a computer on a set of legs or something, or it's on wheels, and there's like these really intense slow motion shots, and you can see like light moving inside of the computer. It's bitchin'.
Oh yeah, it's much more menacing than it sounds with like the silly design.
Yes,
you know? It's crazy.
Yes. And I think the silly design just almost adds to it.
Yeah,
you get that Yoko Kanno. When Yoko Kanno wants you unsettled, you're gonna be fucking unsettled, motherfucker. You know. Because it's you can't pinpoint what exactly about the music makes you so concerned, but because it's not like it's not like traditionally like, you know, like you know, low orchestral music that it's like, oh, be scared. It's like ladies like wailing and shit, you know.
Yeah.
God damn. Fuck, it's so cool. And the performance sequence is amazing. What else we got?
Well, the other important thing that happens in episode 1 is that all 3 of our characters kind of get together, and we kind of figure out they all know each other. So yeah, Myung is Sharon's manager or producer or whatever. She knows our 2 pilots, and they get into some melodrama that goes on for, I thought, a little long. You know, because I was missing the jets. I liked the jets. I thought it should be mostly jets, kind of occasionally interspersed with this. But there's like a long scene where they just kind of talk about the past, but they won't, you know, explain what it was because they already know, and they don't know that you're there watching. So they just kind of keep doing that. But then we do go back to flying, and that's nice. And Gold goes berserk a little bit, but gets saved, but then fucks up Isamu. I thought they were gonna. I thought it was kind of setting them up to be like kind of equally worthy rivals, but Gub is really a fucking menace. I thought they were gonna kind of end up being like sort of equally fuck ups, but honorable, but like.
Well, they
Gulp
say that
is-
they Gulp, Big Gulp
Big Gulp.
is he's working against biological programming because he's part alien, part human.
True,
The
yeah.
alien species that he's a part of is more warfaring and naturally more violent. So he is resisting those urges. He's like a fucking Klingon, not a Klingon, a fucking
I thought the
why can't
Klingon were mean.
no, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
the Klingon are the
he's
warlike
he's-
ones. Yeah.
yeah, it's like a half Klingon, like Worf's son.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Okay.
what were you, hold on a second, sorry, let me look at my notes here. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
so
big
so
concert.
so he, it's kind of, I thought, left up into interpretation whether or not Big Gulp was deliberately taking the act of pushing him into the ground, because they do this like Isamu saves him,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
The first time they make it seem like it could actually have been like an intrusive thought that accidentally passed into his robot. But then the second time he definitely does it on purpose and just fucking shoots him. So
yes.
and then later he just starts beating him up. Like it just keeps happening. It's like, goddamn, dude, you're the only one who just keeps fucking people up. Like no one else is doing this in this whole show.
Well, and also Isamu is also, he's kind of a bastard too. He's
Yeah.
got a fucking attitude on him. Yeah, they don't take they, I mean, obviously we're gonna fucking spoil this. They obviously do reconcile, but not in like the way that you would anticipate them reconciling. Like
Right.
it's so far at the end of the show, and you don't get like an entire episode of them being like bros again. You get like a scene, and even most of that scene they're fighting. And I think the easy way to do it would be like they have this misunderstanding, and then by episode 4 they're fighting together. Which is just, it doesn't. I was waiting for the other shoe to drop and for them to get lazy, and they didn't.
Right. Yeah. And yeah, the Sharon concert. I saw that orange hair on her, and I was wondering if Luc Besson saw this before he made Fifth Element. There's a decent chance he likes his anime, I
Who
think.
doesn't?
And yeah, so Myung is controlling Sharon, like puppeting her, which made me think, wait, what makes her an AI if she's being controlled by a lady? But I guess it's a secret that she's not really AI or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they're nobody's supposed to know that the AI isn't complete yet.
Yes. So I guess it's like partially AI, but I don't know. And yeah, Myung drinks and hangs out with her. I love how when he pilots, he's in this like Zen fucking like power up stance. That's so goddamn cool. It's the coolest shit ever. Just flying the shit out of a jet, doing Immelmans, doing this the whole time. God damn. Oh.
I like to, you could take any pose, I'm sure, as long as you're in a focused position. But he went for the monk state, yeah, for real. Damn, look at that shot. Look at this blew my fucking mind, dude. This fucking because like there'll be like eye catches in shows that look like this, where you get like the hard rim light on the mech, and like the really, really high contrast level on the actual vehicle. But god damn it, it's just, they animated this. This happened in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah.
It's good perspective. It's a great perspective shot too.
Yeah. I love the to be continued lead in music. That's a
The
great.
music.
That's a great piece of
dude.
music for a to be continued shot.
Yeah.
Uh, and oh man,
Hold on a second. Hold on, go back to that to be continued shot. Look at what the fuck is going on here. So we've got, first of all, shallow focus. We have a shallow focus shot, and then we've got a hard red light source that is diegetic. It's the location is a hard red light,
mm-hmm.
and it's not like they just washed out the entire face with the same color of red. It's like there's shadows of his face there, like he's got like his smile lines, or there's a shadow there. And then but the other side of his face still has like the right color of hair. Just like use a color. This show's fucking amazing.
They keep doing it. They keep doing it. Yeah, the next as Myung's her conflict is that she used to be a singer. But now she's a fake singer. She's behind the scenes. And you can tell she doesn't want to be because of something that happened. Oh yeah, see here's stuff from the concert. Look at this thing. That's so scary and weird. Look at this. What's going on back there? That's a bunch of shapes.
I don't know. Who can say?
Why is she so happy about the phone?
I took a picture of that one. I took a picture of that to sent it to somebody like, yo, look at this shit. Look at this. That's awesome.
Check out what just got added to the goon folder. There's also
new fetish unlocked.
There's this subplot of like the nerd, like he hacks the Sharon at one point, and then he like steals something and brings it back to his shack. I don't know if anything ever came of that. I don't know what that was.
Look at how sassy she is with that hair that's got the like spike it up in the back.
Yeah.
It's oh my
That's
god.
a future lady.
What a randy little hoe.
She turns into this. These are also crazy colors. I don't know what's going on here. She went Super Saiyan. And then robots. See, it's got everything. And then yeah, she gets upset when singing gets brought up. And then almost gets set on fire by someone, and then Glug saves her. I think she fucks Glug, which is gross. I didn't want that to happen. Oh well.
Well, hey, Glug gets what Glug wants.
Glug take you now. Yeah, they have another robot fight together. So that's what happened then. And then, oh yeah, that's when he shoots him again. He's like, I'm gonna kill you for real this time.
Big Goat pulls a real gun. Yeah, and he blasts him, and then that's like our dramatic lead into episode 3.
Oh, check out Dino Beerga. That's a Watanabe lady. Right there.
He has a type.
He put her in there for sure. Oh yeah, buddy.
He's got a type. You know what? I'm here for it. Look at her. Oh my god, I like her kids. I like the I like her husband and the kids show up. They're so cute.
Mm-hmm.
I like her husband too. He's like a big
yeah,
bulky white guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's literally me for real.
Yep, got a chance. Yeah, so he shoots Isamu and puts him into the dune goo for recovery, and oh sorry, I keep interrupting myself, but look at this place. Look at this goddamn fucking Freddy Fazbear ass.
What aesthetic is this?
I know it's just like a fun house zone. Like, hey, you want to go?
There's a buddy. Are you supposed to jump into that big light? Like, what is that a slide? Like, what is that back there? What do the doors have? What do the doors have behind them?
They have numbers. Or is it? Oh, it's a karaoke.
Oh wait, this is the karaoke bar. Right.
So it's like, oh, you can get the watermelon room. You know.
Well, hold on. No.
Oh no!
I hope that's not the. I hope she didn't walk out of door number 2.
I don't know. I mean, what, you want her to have the vampire room?
You know what?
There's probably something with black people and vampires. I don't know.
They don't believe in them, that's for sure. They only believe in ghosts. Let's see. What percentage of people go on? I'm gonna do some research.
Okay, yeah, do some sociology, some anthropology work, and yeah. So Golb gets a free pass basically. The military guys don't really care, and then Isamu and Myung hang out for a while in a crazy forest that they apparently just walk out of this hospital and are just like in this like dense old wood like rainforest, old growth, and he beats him up. He already almost killed him, and then he starts beating him up, you know. But they have like a normal,
just won't let him go.
They have a normal dude fight this time. Yeah, like he like just put him, you know, in the ER, but then he like touches a lady, not even in a untoward way, and he's like, I'm gonna beat you up again. I don't care. I won't get in trouble.
All right, all right, okay. This is the result of my research here. I have a Quora question.
Yeah.
Is there any black vampire? They say vampires have pale skin, so is it going to change or not?
You're really ashy.
Oh, you're gonna play Blade like that? Black vampires exist.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
well, I mean he's a daywalker, but that's true.
I love. Is it going to change or not? It's funny.
What happens?
Yeah, we are in this old. They do just go off to this weird
It is
sanctuary
called
place.
The planet's called Eden, so maybe it's just.
But they have dinosaurs here, or used to have dinosaurs here.
There are pterodactyls and stuff flying around. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. And Sharon starts going haywire now, probably because of Myung's mental state. And Isamu, meanwhile, I thought he was piloting in his hospital gown, but I guess it was like a simulation. But he's not doing good, probably because he's almost dead, or he was before. And then Myung leaves to go to Earth for the next concert. By the way, did you see the AirPods? Pretty cool. Called it on that one. Yeah, she puts in like wireless earbuds at one point.
Oh, I remember that. You know, I'm just so desensitized to this point. I didn't even notice.
I know, yeah. I caught that. I was like, hey, that's neat. I wonder how
that
many,
was a thing that didn't used to
I wonder
exist.
how many, like, I don't remember. I cannot think of anything that has postulated, you know, wireless earbuds before, you know, they were invented.
95 would be pretty early, you know, like,
yeah.
because like really, earbuds as like a listening method didn't exist for that long, you know, like that before we developed the wireless earbud, because I think that really most people were listening to headphones until at least like the 90s, you know.
Probably, yeah.
Let's see. Let me do some research. I'm gonna do another Google search.
Yes.
This is gonna be my contribution.
Oh, thank you.
Earbuds, Wikipedia.
What would I do without you?
Oh, okay, hold on.
I want that jacket, by the way.
Everyone's got the swag in this
staff.
dude.
Sharon Apple.
Oh,
big triangle.
Give Sharon Apple my staff.
Yeah. Yep. Correct. And then we learned that both their airplanes are canceled because they got a cool new AI plane. And they're using that. And at this point, you know, we're 3/4 of the way through this OVA, and I was enjoying it, but really because of how cool it looks and how good it looks. But I was still just like, what's the conflict besides this one guy's an asshole? And okay, there's an AI that is like acting out because of Myung's feelings for Isamu. That doesn't seem like that bad of a problem yet. There's an AI plane. That's whatever. I was like, okay, it was like, what's, you know.
Where is the alien threat?
Where is this going? Yeah, like, is shit going to hit the fan and they're going to have to work together, like, to beat some alien invasion? I didn't know where it was going. I didn't know what it was building to. They have a secret chip inside of Sharon. I don't know if they said exactly what it does. Some of this stuff gets kind of, unless I
Well,
wasn't
these
paying
happen
attention,
at the
I feel
same
like
time.
I feel like it gets brushed aside. I feel like they don't really go into too much detail. They kind of just, it's some of it gets glazed over.
They just coincidentally solve the AI problem for both the music lady and also the spaceship at the same time. The AI jet and the AI music lady are solved simultaneously
Is it the same
without.
company?
I do not think so, because
Okay.
they express surprise when they learn that the AI for the robot is ready too. Because like we have the Sharon Apple team, and they're like, oh cool, the AI lady is done, and then they're like, we're gonna go perform for the 30th anniversary of Macross, and then when they get there, they're like, "What? You guys finished yours too? That's crazy." Maybe I just missed some subtext there, and they were working
I think
together, or
someone
maybe.
might have stole something and used it. Yeah, like I think
Well,
there
it
was
would make more
some
sense.
subterfuge.
It would
Yeah,
make more sense if they maybe even used the Sharon AI to pilot the to advance the technology in the in the aircraft, because
right.
like I mean imagine it's probably a very
Like
similar issue
like
there.
repurposing it. It's like you're not an idol anymore. You're gonna be in this jet. You know
Hey, there you go. That's a
that
conflict
would
that
have
makes more
that
sense.
you
Yeah.
like we basically get to the same spot, but it just sort of is more streamlined and makes a bit more sense because later on we have to like kind of like explain that, oh yeah, the AI pop star, she can also like hypnotize people and just control them without really even touching them, or she doesn't even really have to be near them. Like just suddenly people just kind of go zombie mode
Yeah.
because of her. She's just like godlike. I don't know. It's it's fuzzy logic. I don't. It's weird.
You got to make some leaps.
Yeah, for sure. Um, and this whole oh, I've written cool boobs for episode 3. Um, yeah, but this I like that they're setting up this big Earth concert, but it just looks evil. But even though nothing's bad's happened yet, it's just like it's time for the evil concert.
Nothing good's gonna happen there.
Yeah.
You know,
Also,
like
Earth is just fucked. It's like it's all this gray color. It's an endless this. But yeah, it's like this thing that looks like it's got like speakers, but also it's a giant. Oh, it must be from. It must be okay. It's like it's the 30th
I
anniversary
believe that
of some event in Macross. So it's like say yeah, some robot that is it Macross? I don't know.
this is the robot
Macross.
that they from my extensive knowledge of
Mm-hmm.
greater Macross lore, this is the robot that they were able to use. This is an alien robot that landed
Mm.
on Earth that they were able to. What the fuck is it called? Where you take a piece of technology
Reverse engineer.
and they reverse engineered it to advance their own technology.
Okay.
So this has like almost like a historically spiritual significance to it, because this is the thing that allowed humanity to go out into the stars. So like and they I believe they converted it into a warship that was then used during the conflict with the alien race that Big Gulp is a part of. So like this is the symbol of humanity's spacefaring, the spacefaring that they're doing now, and also the sign of like their greatest victory, like their first major victory in the stars.
Cool.
Uh,
Cool. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
and it's obviously extremely evil. When you look at it, you know this thing's. I've ever.
In this series, it's evil. Yes.
Yes, for now.
Right. It's been turned. Myung gets attacked by wires. They go through the fucking electrosphere here. There's a little CG. It's not entirely. I forget. A lot of the nerds look the same, but one of the nerds shoots like the Sharon director and is like, "I'm in charge now." So he's the evil guy behind doing that, I guess. And then yeah, finally at the end here, we have to, the 4th episode has to go through a lot in, even though these are longer, they're 40 minutes each. It really, there's a lot that has to happen because we still haven't really like figured out what the like what the conflict is. So this is when, you know, the AI, she starts piloting the Macross and I guess shooting things, and also starts piloting the AI jet, which was there because it was doing a flyby for her concert. This is all quite a, you know, everything's really come together here, coincidentally.
You know, if the interpersonal drama didn't climax in such a great fashion, all of this would completely fall apart. Like none of this would work at all.
That's why I was like, you know, like it when it almost feels like you have to force it, you know, the idols with the robots, like you don't have to be that Macross, you can just be one, it's fine, or just, you know, or you know, something. But yeah, it feels parts of it are like kind of like jumbled together, like just kind of throwing them together because it's Macross and we have to have those two things.
Yeah, this is a direct sequel to original Macross, and that's what Macross is. So you can't. We're not far enough removed from it to where we can ignore the idol thing. It's like it's an essential component. Unfortunately, upon doing more research, that is the Macross.
Yeah.
That is the SDF-1, which is obviously like decommissioned. But anyway.
But is Super Dimension Fortress Macross different?
Nope, that is the one. That is SDF is Super Dimension Fortress.
SDF. Okay, got it.
Yes. Yep.
All
it's
set
sick.
now.
It's actually fucking sick as fuck. And now I'm gonna spend another $1,000 on this guy.
All
I'm gonna get this in. It's actually I'm gonna get it in one-to-one scale. I'm gonna do an entire one-to-one scale model.
You're gonna astronaut farmer the Macross, but instead of going to space, it just shoots. It has a bunch of AR-15 tapes to it. You have like a bunch of little portholes like the Killdozer, and you just shoot it local cops through it.
Yeah, it's gonna be less of like a full size mech and more of me just strapping like kitchen appliances and like frying pans to myself, making a makeshift suit of armor. Honestly, if you had it would be heavy as shit, but a full cast iron suit of armor, that'd be fucking trouble, buddy.
Oh, it'd be so brittle though. You could easily.
How? But I can still hear you. Yeah, you've been back.
Oh, maybe it was on YouTube's, or no, it was just OBS crashed, I think.
Oh.
That must have been it. Because my upload cut out for a second, but it's back. We're back. Everything is fixed now. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, great. So yes, we finally got into the problem, or you know, the action climax, which is that there's this lady in this goddamn jet, and she wants to. Oh, and here's another thing that's very strange is that she's you know, a manifestation of Myung's psyche, and she wants to fuck Isamu, but the robot wants to shoot at him because he likes flying a jet so much that she wants him to be excited. That's what we've settled on for our motivation here for our antagonist.
Oh, I thought she was talking about Isamu. I thought she was saying that.
What did I say?
So Isamu is Daredevil.
Yeah.
That wants to experience the
thrill
just
of
the precipice of the precipice of being dead. Basically, It's like he wants to be as close to dead as he could possibly get. That's why she's fighting him.
Yeah.
Which is hardcore. But we haven't resolved the Big Gulp and Isamu conflict yet. They haven't because they're having a dogfight and then they're like squabbling over like little petty differences that they had, you know, when they were kids.
Yeah, that's the other thing is like, you know, it comes time to settle our two main characters' conflict, and they get all jokey with it, and they start joking about like stealing each other's juice boxes and stuff. And it was like, oh, we're making jokes now? That's how we settle this? And then Gulp is like, oh, I forgot. It's my fault. We're good now. And then that's it. And they're cool. Like,
and they are cool.
That's the resolution. And then Gulp immediately explodes. Nice.
It kind of an anticlimax.
Really?
There's like a shot of Myung that pushes in on her where she's like, no, he's dying, and then he's dead. and it's like all the fanfare. Like there's no, and he just explodes, kind of in like a wide shot. Not even like a wide, maybe even like a mid. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it was a little anticlimactic for him, but you know.
Yep.
I liked them going back to like the foundation of their friendship when they were kids. Like I think that's an effective sort of again they waited until the very last minute to do it. But I think that's an effective way of like having them reconcile is like thinking about all of the things that they had before, like all the experiences they went through before their ultimate falling out, you know. And it's like this was like one event in the grand scheme of our lives that we had, and we could make the decision to let this go, you know. Which I think works, but a little awkward in the execution.
Yeah, I just thought like if there were any time for like an actual dramatic serious moment, it probably would have been that one. You know, so but they kind of under whatever the
undercut it.
Yeah,
they're fucking
undercut it a little bit. And then, but you know, at least Glug got like a character arc. Isamu didn't. Does anything happen with him? Does he change at all? Does he learn anything?
We learned that Isamu was actually not the asshole to begin with, so it retroactively makes him less of an asshole throughout the show. Like it's
less of one, but I mean, like he doesn't like he doesn't learn to temper any of his devil may care, no attitude. He doesn't become like more nuanced. As
you know what I was thinking about is why
he doesn't have to do something that goes against his nature to resolve things. He doesn't like.
Well, I guess he does accept the apology. That is one thing that he does. He does like make the decision to stop fighting once it's clear that that big gulp is over it. Why does Myung like him?
He's cool. He has a motorcycle.
But he's like a giant asshole.
Is he really?
He's like kind
cool,
of a douche,
cocky guy.
Cool, cocky guy, but like, he's really impulsive. He totally just like shows off like a giant douchebag.
Yeah, but he's good. He's good flying.
Yeah, but like, I never really saw much in the show where he was like particularly good to anybody. You know, and there was like what's like a kind thing that he did in this?
Yeah, I mean he's just kind of like a big kid.
Yeah. But anyway, those are like my few gripes with the show. Is that I'm like why I don't really know why she's so in love with him. You know, I guess it's because like they were kids and he was like a thrill-seeking kid that was pushing the limits and like. You know, that the childhood friend thing really goes a long way.
Stuff.
Yeah. And also, I mean, he was there, you know, the big gulp assaulted her, you know, so like but
yes, yeah.
She did fuck him, so like I don't know.
Hose. Yeah, why didn't she want to sing? So much of this is like I feel like there's a lot of threads left hanging here, like because she got like rattled up by Glub. She doesn't want to sing anymore. What does it have to do with singing?
It does really correspond with the best looking, most intense series of action in the entire show, though. So that kind of really helps a lot. Where you're like, hey, this is like the nicest looking shit I've ever seen. I've never seen anybody animate an air battle this well before. Specifically, the dogfight.
That's nice.
Is just fucking. It makes you want to cry. So yeah, a little anticlimactic there, but it just looks so good. I don't really fucking give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and then of course she has to sing to save the day, and she does.
Yes.
So that's one thing that is set up and then technically pays off, I guess.
Yes,
Although
she
it doesn't
sing.
even show. It doesn't even like. How does he hear her in his airplane? She's in a different.
I don't
building.
know.
Like
He's in an area.
shit like
he's
that
in-
where you're watching it and it's like gorgeous and it's like, wait a second, how is she talking to him? What?
No, like, that's because it's Macross.
He's like
The thing
5
is
miles away.
Music is like magical in Macross world.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
actually, wait. Hold on. Was music literally magical in original Macross too? Am I wrong?
I don't remember there being. Did they have to power the robots with song? I don't know. I don't know.
Because
It's been a
if we just had slightly more memory of Macross, maybe all of this shit actually works. Because if the music is literally magic, then that explains the like mind controlling people thing, and then that would also explain how he's able to hear her. You know, like when because he's in a jet that is missing it's missing like the windshield, or at least the top cover. That's gonna be loud as a motherfucker. I don't care if you're gliding or not. You know what this reminded me a lot of was Giant Robo. The last episode of Macross reminded me of Giant Robo, where I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? You know, like this is all of this stuff doesn't add up, but it looks pretty cool. So I guess I don't really care. Not literally, but you get the idea.
Okay, it looks like they use their singing as weapons because of it's like the alien language, as you could tell how it was like this made up gobbledygook language. So yes, maybe it does. I don't know if it's like magic though. I thought it's like the language could just like hurt stuff.
Here's a post from 6 years ago on the Macross subreddit. Macross leans too heavily on idols. This may not be a popular opinion. I'm sure I'll get crapped on, but I've been giving it some thought and I just want to put it out there. Macross today, in my honest
That's
opinion.
a really funny way to say that. I just want to put it out.
In case any Macross creators are listening, I want to put this out there. Macross today, IMO, leans far too heavily on its idols. I think this started quite a while back now when the creators doubled down on the whole music as a weapon / mode of transport / general MacGuffin. Macross Plus was perhaps the best balance. You had music as a real driving element as well as an interesting idol, but it didn't encroach heavily on the actual media. The YF-19 and YF-21 didn't use music for anything. Instead, we had a complex and interwoven stories of the people around the mecha being affected by relationships that had to do partially with music. The music informed the story and gave it color, but it was not the story. The idols were not pilots, nor were the idols weaponized to any degree. So apparently that's not the case.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still, the music is, I mean, it still does something, but yeah, if it's doing something in here, they definitely don't really explain it. I think it should go like one way or another. Like they should weave the idol stuff more into the story so that it like makes sense. It doesn't seem like you're kind of mashing two things together. Or you could just be like a robot show and like one of the characters is an idol, or something.
All right, you ready for this? Here we go.
Huh? What?
Sharon Apple is part of a virtual idol project meant to address the problems that came about due to mass migration of humans in the Centrati across the galaxy and fighting and conflicts that erupted. Music and idols were believed to have power to soothe and distract people and minimize conflicts. There's an element of hypnotism, which the military was aware of and wanted to exploit throughout the series that is acknowledged by the characters, and by which the blonde, Lucy, when she's describing what Sharon is and does to Isamu. Sharon is not also important because she is a cover that allowed the military to explore how sentient AI can be useful or not useful for their purposes. Okay, so that is the same AI.
Okay, so it was the military. It was one of the military guys probably stole the Sharon AI and hooked it up to the plane. Or is that what we're saying? Or
I
vice
think
versa?
so. Yes, something like that. They were able to use that AI which was created under civilian means.
It would have been too silly if that wasn't like orchestrated, So that makes some sense. So okay, cool.
And doesn't explain why the silent singing that she's doing is able to reach the guy in the jet. But it's music magic.
Yeah, that part is a little bit of music magic. Yeah, and then he fights the Macross, and they have to keep overlaying Sharon on the Macross so that you know it's bad because it looks
It's
sick as
great.
hell.
Yo, look at this shot of these jets, dude. Holy
This is the
fuck.
one frame I think I did recognize that I have seen before, and oh my god, that is a fucking shot, dude.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
I
It's so
always-
awesome.
I like noticing the stuff that influenced parts of Ace Combat, like the laser coming out of nowhere when you're flying and dodging it, and I know some other stuff. It was good.
Yeah, Sharon
and-
overlaid on the giant Macross mech is sick.
That's good. These guys, these guards, you don't know, like, it's hard to tell that everyone at this point is hypnotized. So, like, there's just people acting weird, and you're like, why are these people acting so weird? Like, these guys, like, they're
Yeah.
trying to capture Myung, and they're, like, trying to shoot her with a submachine gun, but they can't aim it, and they just seem like they're, like, drugged or something. And you're like, what is going on? Because I maybe it's my fault. Maybe I missed whatever shot of, like, everyone getting swirls in their eyes and going, whoa. But I just thought these guys were mentally handicapped, or something. And then it ends very suddenly. He beats the thing. What is he, kamikaze into it? No, he doesn't. Because his plane's still, I don't know, he shoots a missile.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to kamikaze it, but it turns out that he's just doing the Death Star run, where he drops the bombs at the last second and then pulls out.
Mm-hmm.
And he uses his signature not having the engine on technique. He uses his signature.
Yeah, I used my signature, looked like I explode, but didn't.
Yeah,
Take that.
old chestnut. Man, so awesome.
That's a nice looking robot.
Yeah. Look at her. Look at her. She
She has a
could
bunch of
mind
different-
control me.
Yeah, no, it's fine. There's a lot of funny shots of people. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, we also get another thing that's recurring in Macross is we get a very short rendition of "My Boyfriend Is a Pilot," which we heard in Do You Remember Love? I forget if they did that in. They probably didn't do it in Zero. Maybe they did, and I forgot. I don't know. But there's a lot of funny shots of like a very seductive hot lady like leaning into people like the hologram, to hypnotize them, and they're like and just I don't know, just being afraid of like a hot lady crawling through a screen is very funny. It's also pretty Evangelion like.
Yeah, I don't really understand because like when I watch that movie The Ring and the lady comes out of the TV.
I just realized she looks like Sephiroth.
Oh, we should have used One Wing Angel to come in on.
Is there a one winged angel on a recorder?
Yeah, okay, there we go.
We'll go out on that one. We'll
Oh yeah,
we'll
One
do
Wing
that
Angel recorder cover. Beautiful. There's a couple. You got you
Oh
take your
yeah.
pick.
Oh yeah. Easy peasy, buddy. That's great. Look at her.
This is the hypest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. Fuck yeah, dude. Makes me want to fly a jet into a building. Wait, no, hold on.
They should make a show where he flies a plane into a fucking building. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, that would be a crazy Macross. If they got the Macross about 9/11.
What's going on with this submachine gun here now? Okay, so we got a giant breach there with like no dust cover. Doesn't look like there's a bolt or anything.
I like
Kinda
how it looks
empty.
like there's a like a hammer. It looks like you've got like revolver hammer sticking up in the middle of the gun. You seeing that?
Which part exactly?
So like if you look at it's to the left of the front sight. In between the sights, there's like it looks like a
Oh, it's
revolver hammer
it's like
sticking
some
up.
useless thing going up that's like not really part of the sight. And then like,
if you
a
look at the
giant
trigger
taper,
guard,
like there's no barrel.
the trigger guard is a disaster. Why is that sticking out so far? Like why is it also
So you can
offset to
rest.
the right?
Yeah, I don't know.
And
that's and why is
it
there
looks
that
like
piece of metal that like goes, it like hooks up to the grip so you can't grip it except like way up on top, or maybe you could, but it'd be annoying. There's no need for the
this
trigger guard to
is-
protrude forward all the way.
Well, it looks like somebody saw like a submachine gun that has a collapsing stock, like an MP5A3 or something, and then they didn't recognize that the collapsing stock would extend, so they just incorporated the collapsing stock into the trigger guard. Like that's what it looks like to me.
Something like that. That could be it.
Yeah, it's a real mess. This is they care more about the mechs than the guns. That's for sure.
Yeah. Mechs don't gotta make sense. I'm just going through screenshots at this point. Is there anything else that we have to say about this? I don't know.
I can't believe it exists. I can't believe that I mean, I'd heard of it for many, many, many years, but I didn't know that I had basically, the thing that shocked me is that I didn't know that I hadn't seen all of these. Like I assumed that I'd seen all of the really, really good looking OVAs.
I see. Yeah.
Like I thought I had seen them all. Like I didn't know that there were, because this is probably the best looking one I can think of. Like this looks better than Cyber City Oedo, for my for my money. And like,
think so. I mean, maybe if Cyber City Oedo got like a totally remastered Blu-ray, maybe it'd be, because I don't think that was ever like, that doesn't have had an awesome Blu-ray release, has it?
Let's see.
I thought we watched that. It was like kind of lower res.
Yeah, it was nearly a decade ago. Cyber City Oedo remastered Blu-ray 1080p 2022. So a few years ago I got one, yeah. Maybe it does look that good.
Yeah, it probably looks better than I remember, but yeah, this is pretty much as good as anything can look, I think. This is what you think of when you think of anime. This is, imagine localized. The people localizing this must have been like, this is it. This is what's going to get people into anime in the West. Nothing.
God.
And this doesn't nothing, but you have to wait 15 years for everything to be gay. You have to invent My Hero Academia first.
Is it just the best looking thing that you've ever seen?
Look, I mean, like, if everything looked exactly like this and there was no variety, I wouldn't be that upset. If everything just started looking like this and there was no more creativity and it was just this from now on, I'd be like, that's fine. That's a pretty good, actually.
Say that just by default, the best looking thing ever made is Akira, just because of the way that it is. It almost doesn't even count. You almost have to remove it from the conversation. I would say this is basically the best looking thing I've seen outside of that. Maybe like Ghost in the Shell, but I've only ever seen about 20 minutes of Ghost in the Shell because I could not watch it without falling asleep. It makes me such an eepy, sleepy boy. And I swear to Christ, I had fallen asleep watching that movie 3 times. I almost fell asleep watching it in a movie theater. It bores me to tears.
Wait,
Akira
Akira?
No. Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Ghost in the Shell, bores me to tears.
Mm-hmm.
And Akira is gobbledygook nonsense. So like, you can't even watch Akira. As much as this falls apart in the 4th episode, at least it's still like largely understandable and watchable outside of like those leaps you have to make.
Yeah, isn't Akira like summarized in like 150 chapters of manga, in one movie or something?
Akira is unintelligible nonsense for it literally only exists to make you buy the manga. Like they had a really, really popular manga and they're like, we should make something that will make people want to buy it.
Yeah.
So they just dumped a bunch of money into it. and like, wow, maybe if I read 150 volumes, like you said, I can understand what's going on.
Who is Akira?
Which Akira and to a lesser extent Ghost in the Shell, just largely overrated because they look so good, but anyway, that's like, we can get into that another time.
Yeah.
We should watch Akira. Have you seen it before?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, okay. I thought that was one of those ones where you somehow had never seen it.
I thought I watched it at your place.
Maybe we did. Maybe we did.
I don't actually
I
remember. I remember it. Like it. It definitely wins the award for most animation. I don't know about best animation.
Yes.
It has the most because they didn't do like in betweens.
No, yeah, like it's at most on twos, like, and it's a lot of
Yeah,
it's on ones, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
which is just almost jarring, it's almost
it
like,
always was a little weird to me. Like, yeah, when I think of like the things that pieces of animation that I love the way they look. Like Akira is like, yeah, it's an acquired taste. It's a weird one.
it's almost got that like Rugrats sort of mushiness to it.
Yeah, everyone's made
because
of noodles because they're just constantly fucking moving.
well, because like if you see a person talking, how much is their face really changing while they're talking? It's like
Yeah,
that.
they're not like my jaw's over here now. Now I'm leaning my face in.
Yeah, everybody looks like they're tweaking in that movie.
Yeah.
Everyone looks, which I guess that works, because they are all drug addict, fucking, they're all gang members and shit. But like, I, I've always been a little put off by it. Yeah. Whereas that's what I guess that was really what I was going for when I was talking about how this is like, this just looks like traditional anime cranked up to the highest level that could possibly be.
Yeah. This is 4K cell, whatever, NVIDIA rendered anime, dude.
And they also aren't like, I guess they are, some of the characters are Westerners, but they're very obviously like they look like traditional anime characters.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, I don't know if I really got much more to say about it. Watch it. It's the shit. I'm very glad that we watched it. And we earned this. We earned this, buddy.
Oh yeah. Remember, just think back to this when we're watching, this season's offerings. Can't wait.
Yeah, they're gonna make this look like crap. It's been nearly 30 years. I'm sure things have gotten a lot better.
Everything is improved. I mean, this was an OVA. I mean, you're waiting like 6 months between episodes for this. Yeah, this even if this had sucked and it looked like this, it would still be worth watching, obviously. So
yeah.
I don't mind too much the fact that, all of the plot elements are like kind of completely jumbled and a lot of them are confused and things don't really resolve, in a very satisfactory way. And it's not super cohesive, but it's got style.
It's got enough. It's
Yes.
got enough cohesion to keep it going, I think.
It's got what it needs.
Yeah. Fuck what you want. I got what you need.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's great. I'm happy that we watched that.
You're gonna get ready. We got exciting stuff coming up, like the new bartender. They're doing bartender
There's
again.
a new bartender and a new Black Butler season. 10
Is there
years
really?
after the last season. I think it's just like, I don't know if it's a reboot. I think it's just season 3. It's like, it was like 2006 and then 2014, which I forgot about. There was another season of Black Butler in 2014, and now they're just doing another one.
Hot topics all over the world are bumping with excitement right now for the new Black Butler.
29-year-old women are about to go through another phase.
Yeah, girls with 4 abortions are so fucking stoked that there's a new Black Butler.
Oh, Anachart. We didn't even mention April Fools. Anachart has some goofy. We've got Sky High for Boku no Hero Academia. They gave it funny thumbnails. They put Shrek's face on someone. They put funny faces on people.
Oh, I see. Oh, wow. Yeah, we do have
goofs
funny
on
thumbnails.
I hope all these shows are real, at least. I hope they're not goofing us in that way. I remember the Train
That'd
Girl
be
show.
too cruel. That'd be too cruel.
That would be illegal.
Yeah, it'd be
I'd be so
fucked up.
fucking pissed off.
Which would be just enough to make a man snap.
Finally snap.
Oh yeah, more. Is this new Spice and Wolf?
Yep, Spice and Wolf reboot.
Okay. When I watched Spice and Wolf, I guess I didn't really. This one of Baby Shrek is pretty funny. Hold on.
What's that? Oh yeah, the slime. Oh wait, Tensei Shitara Danana. What the fuck even is? What is the actual thumbnail for? I was reincarnated as the seventh prince so I could take my time protecting my magical ability. Okay, great. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that. Horo is gonna be a VTuber. I don't know if that's just a promotional thing, or if they're actually gonna try. Usually when like when they try to do like an existing character like VTuber now, that's weird. I don't know, but I want to. I'm gonna get her to respond to my chats.
You will comply.
Yeah.
You will respond to my chats. Hold on. All right, I gotta piss like crazy. Let's get out of here.
Okay, let's simply end the episode. I have the power to do that. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Yep.
Love you.
Take care. Follow us on Twitter. I'm on Twitter at TimeCube Isekai.
Shakira but male.
Cubeisekai. Isekai. Now in the dictionary, I have to change my handle. It's not cool anymore. Bye.
Oh god damn.